Welcome back, Interior Alaska. Mike Fussell here with your latest local sports action. A lot of people are taking it easy for the holiday weekend, so we'll have a look at some of the best moments of sports in 2015, and we'll see what's coming up next in the next couple of weeks. But up first, a local hockey player got a nice present for the holidays. He'll be joining a hockey team that the Fairbanks Ice Dogs are fighting with to stay on top of the NAHL standings. Former West Valley Wolfpack forward and Arctic Lions alum Ethan Daniels signed a 10-year agreement with the Wichita Falls Wildcats. They're the South Division leader of the NAHL. He'll join the Wildcats next season. The tender gives Wichita exclusive rights for Daniels. Daniels, who also tried out for the Janesville Jets this past summer, has scored 23 points in 20 games for the Pikes Peak Miners, a Colorado 18U team in the NAPHL. Currently, the Wildcats and Ice Dogs are tied for the overall lead in the NAHL standings at 49 points. And the Yukon Quest is a little over a month away, starting on February 6th here in the Golden Heart City. The 1,000-mile sled dog race will finish in Whitehorse, Yukon this time around. A total of 26 mushers have already signed up for this year's race. That's right at the same tally of competitors that made the trek in 2015. Four of the top five finishers who pushed away from Whitehorse start last year will be back in the mix. 2015 Yukon Quest champion Brent Sass will be in the search for back-to-back titles, and runner-up Alan Moore will have his eyes set on crossing the finish line fastest. That's in front of a field of 12 rookies and 14 Quest vets. And the athletics department up on the hill is taking some time off for the holidays as well. But the Nanooks men's basketball team will be the first UAF squad to get back in action. The Alaska basketball team is traveling to Washington State to take on the St. Martin's University on New Year's Eve. The two teams have yet to see each other, but will meet up again at the end of January. The Nooks will be coming off of a 4-game win streak for next week's matchup. Their last victory was a little more than 2 weeks ago against Northwest Indian College by a whopping 47 points. Alaska stands at 8-2 overall, undefeated in the GNAC with 2 wins. That puts them in a 4-way tie for first place. St. Martin's is not far behind, though. The Saints stand at 1-1 in the conference and 7-3 overall. And interior runners outpaced competitors from years past and broke a number of other records in 2015. Here's a look at what the year had to offer on the trails. In true midnight sun run fashion, the crowds watching the race rivaled the masses on the course. This year's competition was the 33rd since the event's first runners blazed the trail, and it proved to be an exciting 10K. After finishing second last year, Kyle Hansen, a Lathrop High School product, came in first place with a time of 33 minutes and 36 seconds. The top 10 overall finishers were all from Fairbanks. Records were also broken at the Equinox Marathon this year. Matthias Sari, who finished on top overall, came across the line still pushing hard with a time of 2 hours, 52 minutes, and 25 seconds. It was his 5th Equinox championship, and he came in as the race's oldest winner. Sari says this race was unlike Equinoxes of the past.
It's the first time I've had to come from behind to win, so it's special to be able to do that and keep the faith. Other times when I've won, I've either been off the front or running together and then pulled away. So it's a real head game though when you're trailing, because you just don't know if you're going to be able to make up that gap.
Erica Burr took the gold medal in the women's division at 3 hours, 24 minutes, and 32 seconds. A number of athletes also took to the land and water for the North Pole Triathlon, which was a USAT-sanctioned event. A wide variety of participants leveraged their different strengths through a 1,500-meter swim, a near 25-mile bike ride, and a 10K run. Nicholas Shamrell came in second place last year, but would stay in front to finish the race on top in 2015 with a time of 2 hours and 12 minutes.
So I've only swam like a couple of times lately, but I was able to squeeze in one yesterday, so I was able to at least gauge off of that. But I've been doing strong on the running and biking lately. I think what really helped was over the winter doing the snowshoe racing with Running Club North. That helped just give you a good cardio and strength base, and just go from there.
And despite the cold, runners even got out in good numbers just last week, paving the way for another great year of kicking up dust in pursuit of the finish lines 2016 has to offer. All right, and that about brings us to the buzzer for sports tonight. Katie Looper has your full weather forecast coming up next. Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you next weekend.